Okay, we are live. April.
Hello, bonjour, tout le monde.
April,
Hello again.
this is the best walk in Paris.
Yeah, my favorite street.
What's it called?
Rue Mouffetard.
Rue Mouffetard.
Yeah.
So we're going to take you from one end to the other. What do they need to know?
Well,
nothing.
Nothing.
Let's go.
Join us.
And we're going to take you on the walk of their lives.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And we start with Ernest Hemingway's house.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, Ernest Hemingway. If you have ever,
Should we walk towards as we go?
Let's go.
Okay, I'm just going to grab the camera.
Have you read the book A Movable Feast?
Yeah, of course I read the book A Movable Feast.
Yeah, okay, because it actually begins in Place Contrescarpe here, and then the rest
the book begins here?
Yeah, right in Place de Contrescarpe, and then the rest of the novel takes place right on the square and in the neighboring streets. And in fact, Mr. Hemingway, he chose this area for his book, for the setting, because he used to live right in the neighborhood here. So just have a look-see up here.
People are watching, April. People are watching and saying hello.
Hello, bonjour tout le monde.
Okay. For anyone who can't speak French, it says Ernest Hemingway lived on the 3rd floor in 1922. So let's figure it out. What is that? Is that first floor or ground floor?
This is ground floor. So unlike in North America, where I'm from, here instead of being floor 1, 2, 3, it's 0, 1, 2, 3. So if you take a look up at the level with the orange shutters there, that would have been where Mr. Hemingway used to live with his wife Hadley back in the day.
I think I just saw Hemingway's ghost.
I thought I saw it too.
Someone called Claudine Hemingway has just said my family. So
really?
Maybe are you related, Claudine? If so, get in touch.
Yeah, great.
If not, on to Rue Mouffetard.
All right, let's do it.
So for anyone tuning in who doesn't know what we're doing, perhaps you can explain. You know the drill by now, April.
Yeah. So we are doing a live walk show on Facebook, and we are showing you the best street in all of Paris, in my opinion. And this is going to be one of the best walks of your life. So we are here in the 5th arrondissement. Oops. Just watch your step. Of Paris. And we're actually in the heart of the Latin Quarter here. So this is Place de la Contrescarpe. How beautiful is it? Sometimes when you come out here on a weekend, there will be a live band playing and people dancing and just enjoying the great outdoors. So just have a look around. It's a beautiful sunny day in Paris, and the terraces are
I will take a look around. I'll do what you suggest. We'll have a little look at everything that's going on. Jam-packed terrace?
Yeah. Did you know that there's 9,057 open terrace cafes in Paris, and if you spent every day going to a different one, it would take you 29 and a half years. Imagine how many more would open in that time.
So it's impossible in other words.
Yeah, it would take a lifetime and more.
So now this is the beginning of the street. Maybe we'll show the street signs so people know what we're talking about.
Yes, I have this keychain actually.
I can zoom. Do you want to see me do a zoom?
Do it.
Rue Mouffetard, 5th arrondissement.
5th arrondissement.
I can't zoom out though.
Oh.
This happened last time, remember?
This did happen.
Oh, look,
here we are. Hi, bonjour.
That was me trying to take off the zoom, I put it onto selfie mode.
Yeah.
But that's good because I want to show something.
Perfect.
I've seen something quite interesting.
All right, here we go. We have the problem with the height again.
No, let's go like this. So sometimes people message me, we stop here, and they say, how do I learn French? What do I need to learn? Now, I think it's backwards for them right now.
Yeah, that's backwards, yep.
But we can fix that later. Here's what you need to know.
Ooh la la.
Oh la la. And the more la's you add, the more serious your reaction is.
Yeah.
Okay, now we turn it back to see that Dalmatian. Look at that Dalmatian.
Yeah. Do you know there's more dogs in Paris than there are children?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Do you know if you were to count all the dots on a Dalmatian, one dot every day, it would take 29 years to count them all.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's the ooh la la again.
There we go.
I made that fact up.
I was going to say that's taking as long as going to a different cafe. You know, you could make that.
Yeah, right.
So.
Hang on, who are you? What do you do?
I'm April.
Come on, give yourself a hello to everybody.
Yes. Well, some of you might know me already, but I'm April Pett, and I am the. The person who organizes all the April in Paris tours here in Paris. So yeah, tour guide, you can look me up, www.aprilinparistours.com, Facebook, Instagram, and you can listen back to some of Oliver's podcasts too. And
should we do something wild? Because we got some tourists following us today.
Okay,
and they're hiding, but I was wondering maybe they could film and we could talk to the camera together.
Yeah, perfect.
You fancy filming for a sec?
Yeah.
And now we'll try and... Hi guys.
Hello.
So,
Bonjour.
come join us for a walk.
Yeah, this place is great. The crepes, they actually like make them right in front of you here. Yeah, they pour out the batter, and it's just like a masterpiece in the works when they make them.
Yeah?
Yeah, right under your nose. So, do you know why Hemingway used to live in this area, Oliver?
Cheapest.
It was pretty cheap, yeah.
Really? I was just guessing.
No, really, but the other day you went exploring the walls of Paris.
That's right,
The old
yeah.
Philippe Auguste wall. Oh, here comes the car. Whoop, here we go. And,
Look,
well,
April, we're the same height.
there we go. Oh, this could work.
Yeah,
Hey.
come on, we do the rest of the walk show right here. And by the way, guys, leave your comments, ask your questions.
Yes,
There's one
please
question I already
do.
saw that I've got in my head to ask you in a second.
Shoot.
Okay, so Hemingway
So,
came here.
but so this Rue Mouffetard actually fell just outside of the Philippe Auguste wall. Now the wall also acted as a tax wall, and so any trade or services that were being exchanged within the city limits back then was being highly taxed. And so this was the place that those poor, starving artists and authors would gather and get to drink cheap wine.
This was
and
the tax
absinthe.
haven of 1922.
Yeah,
This was the Luxembourg of 1922.
So, yeah, so this is why it typically was, you know, even though the wall was gone before
Yeah.
that time, before 1922, someone's taking our picture. Oh, okay.
Continue, let's
So,
go.
but
Watch
it's
out.
still kind of that remnant of, you know, the cheap, and it's also the student neighborhood as well, the Latin Quarter. Do you know why I got that name?
This I know.
Oliver. All right, yes, sure.
It used to be
Go.
the Latin Quarter because all the students used to talk Latin together.
Yeah, and all,
So-
all the
I did
classes,
that.
all the classes were taught in Latin because the Sorbonne is just a few blocks away. This is
So
why.
they'd be walking around talking Latin, people would
Yeah.
be overhearing them, and then eventually it became the Latin Quarter.
Yeah.
Question for you
Tell
from
me.
Preston, a regular listener
All
and viewer.
right.
What is the difference between Rue Mouffetard, which we're on in the 5th arrondissement,
Mm-hmm.
and Rue Montaguet in the 2nd arrondissement? Because they're both market streets beginning
Both
with M.
market streets, both starting with M. Well, Rue Montaguet, if you saw our talk show, walk show a few weeks
Wasn't
ago.
a talk show.
No, well, we talked a lot.
That's true.
But that's where the old marketplace used to be for, 800 years. Now, Mouffetard, well, even though it's a bustling market street today, it never used to be that. The word moufette in French means skunk. And back in the day, this used to be an area where the animals would get skinned to make. Yeah,
That's
I know.
horrible. Why did you bring that up,
Well,
April?
that's, you can see there's a big, vast difference between the two neighborhoods and what they used to be. But today, bustling market street, both sides of the river need one of these. That's pretty much why.
That's
So.
the answer. And next week,
Here comes
I'm not
the
going to
car.
tell you where we're going, but we're going to go to another market street beginning with M, aren't we?
Another one. Ooh,
If
what
it
is-
exists. Okay, I'll grab the camera again. Okay.
Yeah, so the locals actually call Rue Mouffetard La Mousse.
La Mousse.
La Mousse. Yeah.
Wendy Cox says bonjour.
Bonjour, Wendy.
Bonjour, Wendy. Well, if anyone's following us, I'll show you where we are. As I like to do, Rue Saint-Médard. So we're on Rue Montaguet, which is not Montaguet, Mouffetard. Here, that's the intersection we're on. And what does that say there? That's not a real street sign, that is it? Fake.
This is the name of the store, Objet.
That's very clever.
Trouvé. You
I
get
like it.
that? Yeah. This is where I got my keychain, the Rue Mouffetard keychain.
What else is new, April?
What else is new? Well, been really busy with tours this season, and I'm just getting to launch a few new tours for the summer season here. We're going to launch Champagne.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Champagne and Giverny and Monet's Gardens and the Picasso Museum too. So these are all just in the works at the moment.
When are you going to do an Eiffel Tower tour where you go and find all the cool stuff from the Eiffel Tower?
We could do that. Yeah, let's talk.
Guys,
yeah?
put a comment below if you think that sounds fun. As for us, we're going to avoid the car.
Yeah, here we go.
Have we got to your favorite bit yet?
Well, it's coming up right at this corner where the start.
Okay.
Because as you know, I'm a foodie, and so from this point on, this is where all the kind of great food of Rue Mouffetard rolls on out.
Okay.
So, I'll check out the Space Invader there.
Oh, we're going to... That's a new one, I think.
Yeah, I've never seen that one before.
I know you guys are watching, but you're being very quiet. So feel free to send your questions and your comments along, and April's keen to answer them. Okay.
Yeah.
So am I, actually, to be honest. Here's a, these guys all know about the invaders because I did the episode about it, but here's a good one that perhaps you can see if the sun's not too bright. And here's, what do you know about the water fountain?
Well, this is one of the oldest water fountains in the city. It was installed in 1624 by Queen Mary de Medici.
Would you dare drink the water?
Yeah.
Go on in.
Why not? It's all drinkable, actually.
Prove it, prove it.
All right, let's do it.
And?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. we've been paid by the town hall to say that.
Considering it comes from the river, hey.
So this was an old water, what do you call them?
Well, part of an aqueduct, perhaps water tower. Yeah, that Queen Mary, she wanted to provide the left bank neighborhoods. I got water dribbling down my face, excuse me, with clean drinking water when she was in power. So this was back in 16th century France, and so this is the, well, 1600s France.
Okay, I'm going to taste the water as well,
yeah,
just because
okay.
I'm thirsty, not to prove a point. You don't even have to film it.
Oh, that's okay. We missed it because he walked through.
I wasn't doing it for the camera, I was doing it for the drink. Let's go.
All right, so this is actually my favorite part. Yeah, you want me to take it?
Yeah,
all right, this is my favorite part of Rue Mouffetard, though.
In that case, we'll get our assistant to film us.
All right.
And can you give him that?
Yeah.
And what?
There you go.
For you guys watching at home, I'm going to experiment with more YouTube comment.
Look at all the baguettes that man's holding.
Go, show.
Go.
First day on the camera job, it's okay. But what we're going to do is we're going to experiment more with YouTube here. And so we're going to do this next 5 minutes as a bit of a YouTube thing as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like we're starting again. And I'm going to wipe the water off my face.
Yeah, I still feel it.
Yeah, okay. You ready?
Yeah.
So, I'll do an introduction and we'll go.
Perfect.
You ready? Hi guys, we're about to do the best walk in Paris, Rue Mouffetard. I'm here with April Pet.
Bonjour,
Is this actually the best walk in Paris?
Yeah, if you ask me, it's the best walk in Paris. It's my favorite street in Paris. This is a feast for all the senses, okay? So we're going to explore these as we make our way down.
And if you're wondering why it looks like I got a wet face, it's because I just took water from the drinking...
The iron pot fountain.
Which you can drink. I'll prove it. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go.
He's such a joker. Hey.
Come on. Hey, and if you're wondering what this is April Pet is a tour guide. April in Paris.
Hello.
I'm Oliver, the host of the Eiffel Tower podcast. What? They don't need to know any more than that.
No.
Let's see this beautiful street. What can you tell us?
So.
Can I tell them about this first?
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, check those out.
So, anyone watching probably knows already my fascination.
Do you know I've become fascinated with them too?
These things are called, in French they're called chasse-roue. Anyone that's ever watched my show or listened knows that I'm absolutely obsessed with them. They're corner guards, stone guards, they protect the corners from the old wagon wheels. So when the horse-drawn carriages used to come in, this is what would happen with the wagon wheel. It would go like this. Like that. And so it wouldn't damage the wall.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's
These
my...
are the biggest ones I've ever seen.
Me too,
They're
it's
huge.
enormous.
They're like half the size of me.
That is at least half the size of you. Yeah. But April's the expert. She's going to give us some tips.
Yeah.
Just continue with the tour.
All right. So, now, have you ever had a crepe from here?
Not yet.
You need to. It's going to change your life.
We can't do it on a live walk
I
tour.
know, but I'm just saying, this is the shortest I've ever seen the line. If you come down here on a weekend, the queue, like I was down here the other day, it was about 40 people long. It was crazy. It would, it's like going to get a falafel.
This one or this one?
No,
Au Petit Bec. Okay.
Yeah, they're amazing. And like I'm Canadian, if for those of you who don't know, but when I come here, I always suggest wearing like Thanksgiving style pants. You Americans would know what that's like as well, because the crepes are so big, and their specialty is the Greek style crepe. So it's full of feta cheese and red onions, tomato, lettuce, and grilled aubergine.
We're not sponsored by them.
I know, but they're amazing.
They're just that good.
They're so good. You need to go.
Holy crap. Let's go.
Let's go. All right.
What else is good around here?
I'm going to show you another place.
And we don't always walk down on the road.
No, but this is a pretty much it's not considered a pedestrianized street solely. There's a little bit of through traffic that comes through, but on Sundays it's actually blocked off for cars. There's certain parts of Paris that become pedestrianized just for the afternoon, so people can come out and flâner.
A bit like Rue Mouffetard where we did the previous tour.
Yeah, and there's parts of the Marais.
And for anyone wondering, if you've just joined us where we are, what we're doing, we're on Rue Mouffetard in the 5th arrondissement.
Yes.
This is part of a live walk show.
Live walk show.
It's like a talk show while you're walking.
While we're walking.
With a tour guide today.
It's my favorite street in Paris.
That's right, the best walk in Paris.
Yeah, the best walk in Paris. So we need to look in this window just over here as well. This is one of my favorite windows in Paris. Take a look here. How great are these tarts? Can you make them out?
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. Have you been here?
No.
You need to come. You said you're afraid of the left bank.
Yeah, I know.
Make
It's
it happen.
another thing that
Yeah.
Hello.
But you can come here for lunch for a sweet or savory tart is your main, a sweet tart is your dessert, and a glass of wine for like €8. It's awesome.
Bargain.
And they're all handmade.
And it's called La
Maison des Tartes.
Onwards. That's an Eiffel Tower listener.
Yeah, I guess so. So here, this is the Paris plaque, the Paris plaque. So you can see these kind of scattered all over the city about Rue Mouffetard here. Did you see that it's in the shape of an oar? Because Paris was first founded by a group of fishermen, and the city was really built up around the Seine River and the boat.
Someone's trying to get through.
Using one of them. And well, the boat is on the crest for the city, and so they're all shaped like oars. So anywhere there's a cultural or historical significance spot, you'll find one of these plaques. But they're contemplating, they are thinking about changing them into interactive kiosks. But if you ask me, not a great idea.
It would be nice to have it in English, if you ask me.
Well, you know, somebody has gone around and translated all of the Paris plaques, and you can buy each chapter by arrondissement and go around, but it's only in English.
Hang on, if you're going to buy a guidebook to Paris, don't buy the one she's talking about. You buy the Eiffel Towers guidebook that came out yesterday.
High five.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Your tips are in it. I've always said Paris is an awesome city.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Come
on. The jokes aren't working today. Where's the end of your favorite bit?
Well, it keeps going, and actually it gets even more delicious as we go
that's
a little bit further on.
And that's a good point to stop the YouTube video part of that. You guys have to become subscribers to watch the full thing on Patreon. Check it out, it's all underneath, but on with the tour anyway.
Yeah, let's go.
But goodbye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube. Au revoir.
I can take over for a while, Mr. Cameraman. How's it feeling on camera? Feels good?
This is a great little coffee spot as well. So.
Where is this? Dose?
Yeah,
I've heard of Dose.
Yeah.
There's a few doses.
Yeah.
I'm going to read some of these comments.
Yeah.
People aren't enjoying my jokes.
No, they're not.
Okay, I'm not going to stop reading the comments if they're going to be that horrible. Okay. Any more questions for April and me? I haven't seen any questions
yet. Let us know.
What's this? Ogia Festival.
This is new.
See, that's what happens. You blink 2 seconds and everything's... Oh wow, that is cool. Okay, we're gonna go look at that thing. Sorry, we walked right past it in the haste. But I know that there's a few of these old painted, what did you call it? Advertisements. Yeah.
Well, there is another one down the way, but as you mentioned a few weeks ago when I saw you, they were taking it down.
Yeah.
And they actually are. It's all under scaffolding.
But what do you think of this?
Well, there's a bowling alley. This is why.
But that must be so, I mean, that is not a recent, that's not a recent ad. I'm going to try to zoom again. A relic. Okay.
Maybe the bowling alley's through there. I'm not sure where it is. One on Rue Mouffetard here, though.
You know when I don't know how to unzoom, I just get it back on selfie mode, so... Okay, continue on.
The bowling alley. Oh, thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Where is the bowling alley? Thank you very much. So that's where the bowling alley is, if you guys ever want to go bowling. Okay.
Alright.
Pretty cool. Oh yeah, you can see it. Should we go have a look? I mean, look.
Let's do it. Yes.
We'll take you guys there.
They do great juices, fresh squeezed juices at this place as well.
I've got a question for you. Specific question from Wendy Cox. I'll ask it to you. I like doing it like this. Ready? I'll guess her accent as well. I'm guessing she's American. April.
Yes.
Do you allow small, quiet dogs on your tours?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I've never had one come along before.
We need a small, quiet dog on the walk show.
Yeah.
Or a big, noisy dog.
I don't know anyone who has a dog. Well, maybe a few
Wendy's
people.
got a dog.
Does she?
Thanks for your question, Wendy. And if you're not American, apologies. And if you are American, apologies for my effort on your on your accent.
That was not so good.
It wasn't good? Oh.
Somebody once suggested I should bring a dog on my tour, you know, just attract more attention.
I think as a tour guide, it would be really cool to have like a Dalmatian or a poodle or something.
A poodle, come on,
yeah.
a French poodle, yeah.
Oh wow, Wendy's Canadian.
Oh, me too. Great. Where's Wendy from?
She lives near where you're from.
No.
Thorold.
Really? Get out of town.
There you go. You're
Thorold.
probably neighbours then.
What's their last name?
COX, Cox.
Oh, well, I don't know.
That's one of the chances. Let's
That's
go.
crazy, isn't it? Small world. Yes. All right, so we're going to hang out to the left because there's some really other great little establishments that I want to point out before we get to the end of the road. So this is when the market kind of street starts to really pop up. At the very end of the street, there is a fresh produce market as well.
What? Look at that. What is that? This is
The pigeon.
Isn't it?
Albino. Albino pigeon.
Hang on, keep talking. I'm just going to talk to our cameraman for a second.
Okay.
Tell us where we are.
So we are on Rue Mouffetard, okay, in the 5th arrondissement here in the Latin Quarter in Paris, and we're just making our way down the Market Street. So come on down.
Well, you call it the best walk in Paris.
I think it's amazing. Look, it's awfully quiet. You know,
I
there's not a
personally
lot.
think Montague is the best walk in
Well-
Paris. We differ on that one, don't we?
Yeah. This place just has a close bit in my heart. I discovered it when I first moved to Paris. I had some friends tell me to come on down here and go to the Petit Grec, and this was a place that I would come on weekends and just eat and drink up and down the street. So it, you know, it's going back to those first memories of living here personally for me. So that's why it's so special for. Yeah, and picturesque.
Yeah.
No, but it's true, of course.
So this is where the big market is down the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So that's by the time we get there, we're going to finish. I said there's a few people watching this live, so you better get your questions in now.
All right. Fire away, folks.
And the next time we do a walk, April, we're going to do it at a very obscure time so that other people who are missing the live ones can watch it. Like at 8 in the morning or 11 at night or something like that.
I think 8 in the morning, the lighting would be a little bit better, no?
8 in the morning, yeah?
Yeah. Well,
oh, you mean
at
compared to
night.
now? Okay, well maybe there you go. We will get up at 8 in the morning for the next one. If you want to be on another one.
I'm an early riser. Of course I want to be on another one.
Okay, so Corinne has a question for you.
All right, Corinne.
Maybe I missed the last question because I didn't watch them all. But what is the best sit down and relax restaurant?
Here and on Rue Mouffetard.
Yeah, it must be on Mouffetard.
Ooh, I really
enjoy.
One. No, I really like up at Place de la Contrescarpe, the Café des Arts.
So where we started, right?
Yeah. It's just a traditional old-style brasserie. It's been around forever, basically since the Hemingway era.
Yeah.
And the only thing is, ladies, it doesn't have a proper toilet. It just has like one of those holes in the floor. But that shows its old classic charm, right?
We should show some fish
Here we
stuff.
go. Yeah.
I mean.
So,
for the supercut, you know? Remember we do this?
Well, you know, this is great because this is where the market really starts to unravel, you see. So we have the poissonnerie here, the fishmonger just above. We passed it while I was talking, but there's the wine shop, there's the fromagerie. Actually, my friend Antoine used to live at number 105 between the cheese and the wine. I said that took bonjour. I said that took a lot of like self-control because I'd be down there at the cheese, especially every single day.
Are you friends with the fish seller?
Well, you know,
the fishmonger?
I'm just a friendly type of gal.
You're a friend of everyone. What are we here? There's a butcher. Cheap. Look, foie gras.
Foie gras. So, Aubin is Southwest France. The products. Yeah. Different saucisson up here.
Okay. We continue.
Yeah.
You fancy a bit of baked goods?
No, the best ones are different.
Shh. Continue. Okay, forget that bakery, guys. But we got fruit.
This one here is
This
a
is a
really
good one.
great cafe to come and sit down.
I've been to this one
It just
before.
doesn't get as much sun as at Place de la Contrescarpe.
And so this one is called Rue
Mouffetard.
Mouffetard. And it's
Yes.
right across from the fruit. Right across from
Strawberries are in season. You can smell it.
the fruit. Yeah, oh the smells. If only we had smell-o-vision, right?
Right? This part of Rue Mouffetard is really for all of the senses. You know, you have the scent, you have the colors,
Is this
vision.
the street you recommended when you were on the show doing the
Yeah,
best streets? I thought so. That's why we're here, isn't it?
Definitely.
Go lead the way, it's busy, busy.
Okay, here we go. Take a look at these chickens. These are the best things you'll ever taste. Look, they're basted in butter, and then all the juices and fat and butter drip down into the potatoes.
Okay. And the butcher has a sense of humor. Hello. There you go, friendly guy. Merci.
Merci. But this is my favorite boulangerie.
Okay,
on
let's get it
the
right.
city.
Artisan boulangère pâtissière. A little bit of a cue.
Yeah, because it's the best one on the street. Take a look at the pastry.
Say that sentence again for the camera.
Which one?
This is the best.
This is the best pastry shop on Rue Mouffetard.
Hey, Paul,
Yes.
say it like you mean
I
it.
do, I mean it. Look at these tarte aux fraises and the size of these eclairs. You know, this tart over here with the raspberries, that's a piece of art.
That
Look
is a
at,
piece of
I
art.
wonder how long it took the pastry chef to place every single one of those raspberries just to get that beauty, you know?
And it cost 17 euros and 20 centimes.
Yeah.
Even the sandwiches are quite nice. Okay.
Oh, do you know this here? Let me show y'all the Paris-Brest. So Brest is another city in France, and there is a bike race from Paris to Brest. And when they inaugurated the bike race, they said, hey, we need a pastry for the bike race. So take a look at it. It's in the shape of a wheel. See that there?
It's not, I mean, all
Well,
pastries are in the shape of a
But
wheel,
no,
more
but
or
there's
less.
the hole in the middle.
Like I said, okay, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, not bad. Joan says, great tour, guys. Thanks, Joan.
Thanks, Joan. Merci. So here we are. We're just coming to the end now. See, here it's a little bit more less vehicle traffic.
I once did an episode about people's favorite words in French.
Uh-huh.
This featured, I think.
Oh,
Papillon.
papillon.
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Oh, beautiful dog.
Oh.
Elle est française? Elle est française?
Comment? Elle est française. Oui.
Ouais.
Elle est française. Oh. Nathalie? Regarde les messieurs. Ah.
Oh, cool. Oh.
Elle a peur. She's
Ouais,
very
un peu.
shy. Voilà. Merci.
Bonne journée. People say Parisians are rude.
No.
This is not rude.
No.
The dogs are shy. The dogs are shy. We always, you know, every walk show is featured a dog. You know that? It's like Alfred Hitchcock in his films always makes a cameo. We always have a dog in the Eiffel Tower walk show, and I'm proud of it.
All right, so voila. This is it.
This is what?
This is the end of
Oh.
Rue Mouffetard.
I'll take everyone on a look around it. Here's a church.
Yes, this is Saint Médard. There's another Space Invader. Look at the flowers there.
That's a good space in there. Let's have a little
I
closer
need
look.
to snap that one.
Do you have the app?
I sure do have the app.
And I guess
it
it's
was
because
your episode.
Really?
Yeah.
And here's why, I think, because there's a rose garden directly beneath it. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, there's an Invader episode. Oh, this is a
Oh, so this is where those relics used to be.
which relics,
took-
April?
Well, we saw them on Rue Montorgueil a few weeks ago, and I said there was some other ones on Rue Mouffetard. They've actually taken them down. But if you take a look up at the upper level there, there used to be a butcher shop here.
Right.
And this was designed in 1929 to 31, and it's called sgraffito.
Sgraffito?
Yeah, have you heard of sgraffito?
Not yet.
It's a type of art formation, and so what they essentially do is they painted the first layer, and then they took something and they scratched out the design for the rest of the facade there. It's pretty cool. Hey, it's a historical monument these days since 1990. So, yeah.
Great fact, April. I think it's time to say goodbye to the
All
lovely
right.
viewers and listeners.
Okay.
If I could ask you to just film us saying a farewell, an energetic farewell.
All right,
You
so.
ready? First, a quick one.
Yes.
Okay? You've been watching Rue Mouffetard with April Pet.
Hello, bonjour.
Hello.
Hello, au revoir.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
And yeah, more walk shows on the way.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
But now a little more friendly
Okay.
one. That was for the supercut, guys, to try and get other generous Patreons to join you guys. But in all sincerity, thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me again. Thank you for watching again.
Book a tour with April.
Please do. Yeah, I would love that.
I was gonna say buy the guide, but a lot of the Patreons get it for free.
Okay.
If they're watching this, they probably do. If you're somehow in this group and you're not signed up at the $10 level, cheeky. I don't know how you got in there, but you're. I'm encouraging you to sign up for it. That's it, I think.
Yeah.
What's the next street that we're gonna do when we do another one?
Don't know yet.
Ooh, mystery.
Yeah.
Cool.
There we go. All
Okay.
right, so
Thanks very much.
thank you.
Feel free to press the.